nevertheless, Rick and Morty season 4 finally came out. It's been going out like every Sunday in America, and then every Wednesday it's coming out on what's
in
it
the
called?
UK.
In the UK on E4.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're watching live and you haven't watched Rick and Morty up to season 4, episode 3, leave right now. We're gonna be talking for the next 10 minutes or 15 about what's gonna be happening on the episodes, and then in the 15 minutes you can join back in and we'll be talking about something else. You've been warned. Don't come to me being like, "Oi, dickhead, I'm gonna stab you up," being "Oh, you spoiled Rick and Morty for me, fuck you." Hey, you've been warned, right? Fine. Okay. Right. So, one of the fucking best things that happened on Rick and Morty is the newest episode right now. You know, Elon Tusk. When he came in, oh my god, I'm not expecting it. But as soon as I got reminded of the PewDiePie, the PewDiePie video of Elon Musk and oh my god, I forgot the Robert, the creator of Rick
Justin
and Morty.
Roiland.
Justin Roiland. Oh, yeah. Robert, what the hell? It's way off. But yeah, they did an episode on PewDiePie meme review. And they were together, they were laughing at memes together, and I think that's kind of what sparked the connection between them. Or maybe they were working on the season before,
episode then,
and then they were fucking man, enjoying. But one of the best things is oh, I can help. Wait, can you come this way? Okay, I want to talk here. Let's talk. He moved literally them an inch. I think that was the best introduction. Elon Musk in our universe is a bit controlling. Or we're the same person. I just got Tusk.
What else? I forget what happened in the first episode.
Morty went insane.
Yeah.
Seeing your own death apparently creates a lot of tension. And
he put the crystal in his head, didn't he?
Yeah, and he became a fucking god. He's Jessica, yeah. Oh, but the plot was at the end. I fucking loved it. He was I think I'm gonna Jessica talks about how she's gonna become a nursery home kind of person, and he's gonna say "I love you" while as the dying wish to the person, and just read their name tags, and he's "You fucking bitch, fuck you." And then Rick just comes in and "Yeah, you wanna do something? Fuck, let's go. But I like the introduction as well of the new Mr. Meeseeks character.
Oh yeah.
So, what do you want?
A fucking edgy Meeseeks.
Yeah, edgy kind of I'm too cool to fucking be Mr. Meeseeks, so I'm just very smoking. What the fuck do you want, man? Do you want to do this? Fuck it, might as well. Yeah. But what's your favorite part of Rick and Morty's this season so far? What did they change that's kind of gassing you up?
I mean, I don't know, it's strange. It's one thing I've always thought about of Rick and Morty is the story, of Evil Morty.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Evil Morty was kind of a big story in the last season, in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
And I thought they were going to do more with that, but obviously it's only been 3 episodes so far. Because the last thing you see of him is he takes the eye patch off and he just goes back into normal Rick and Morty life or whatever, as a Rickless Morty or whatever. That's kind of the last you see of him.
That's in season 2.
That's season 2. That's the last you see of him there, and then he becomes the president.
Yeah.
He becomes the president after that, and then.
But no one knows.
Yeah. No one knew he was the president, and then after. Is he still president now, or?
He is. He killed off all his opposition. The guy that had evidence that he was gonna be Rick and he was the evil Morty got killed off again. No one listened to him because he was Morty, and now I want to see where they go with it because he's in charge right now.
Because in my mind, it's in his universe, Morty is Rick and Rick is Morty. It's the opposite way around. He's the smart one, and there is no Rick. There is no scientist Rick. It's whatever because he was controlling. That was a robotic Rick that he was controlling in season 2. And to me, that's kind of what is it going to mean for Morty's, because he wanted to have a rebellion with Morty's, didn't he? So to me, that kind of story. I want to see more of that, you know, in this new season, or at least have some hints towards it. And then in the next season when it comes out, you know, it's going to be more about that.
Yeah.
Another thing I liked from it was, you know, the thing about Rick and Morty is it's about the Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
You know, it's to me, in the Rick and Morty that you're watching, is Rick is like the only Rick that cares for his Morty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like every other Rick is like, Morty's just a tool to, you know, keep ourselves invisible from the other Ricks or whatever. And to me, that's kind of like, you want to see more of that, because he's the only Rick that cares for his Morty, because he was the only one. He was willing to sacrifice himself with the time thing, with the time necklace, when they accidentally fucked up their own time after pausing time for so long. You know, he was the Rick that went back for his Morty, and so on, so on, so on.
See, I think like there's a big theory going on that the evil Morty is actually Rick's first ever Morty that he left behind, and I think the reason why Rick is so like special and he's like the smartest, he's the original, and then like he always goes back for his Morty is because he left the
that
only Morty behind, and he lived with that regret for the rest of his life. And I feel like the first Morty is as smart as Rick because it's his real genes.
Yeah.
And he became evil because he wants revenge on Rick.
Because he feels like he
left him on purpose, and he had to like survive on his own. So now that he's in power, will he try to take? Because he took over the citadels of Rick, kind of. Like
that's not really there anymore, is it? Because he destroyed it all.
Oh yeah. Like literally, season 3, first episode, boom, destroy everything, boom, we're back to normal. And I was like, what the fuck? And that was a mad introduction. But I feel like he got into power, and now he's gonna try to like take over and like the world and like the real world, Earth, and then he might go after Rick, and then we might get like a little dynamic of like the Morty that is with Rick right now. Will he go with the evil Morty being like, oh shit, he abandoned you and
so
he
he's
became
gonna
evil?
abandon me.
Yeah, so he doesn't care. Or will he go to...
Because as we know, Morty's got abandonment issues, you know.
Yeah, he always goes like, oh, you abandoned me, oh, it is. Like, he hates Rick, but at the same time, when Rick was leaving, he loves him. He's like, no, don't go, all that. So will he, there might be like a little split going like, will he go for Rick and be like, come on. But will he go for Rick and be like, oh shit, you won't abandon me this time, and this was only one mistake? Or will he go with Morty and like play around with it? I don't know, like only time will tell. The new episode's coming out tomorrow, so I mean tomorrow in America, but we could be watching it on Pornhub.
Yeah. Hey. streaming like kings, man.
Yeah.